I'm a young Spanish nigga from the projects. I'm gon' make it, who gon' stop it? I ain't got nothing to lose, yeah.
What's up, alphas? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing good and staying safe. Back for another video today. Today's topic is how to budget your money. Before we get started, I just want to say give this video a thumbs up, and if you find it helpful at the end of the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with some of your friends, guys. Help this channel grow. If you've watched this channel before, you've probably already seen my uncle's video where he talks about budgeting your money into buckets. If you haven't seen that video yet, let me link that video down below for you. Go watch that video. It's a real good video instructing you on how to become and stay wealthy by budgeting your money into certain buckets. So what he basically talks about is how to create 10 buckets to put your money into for certain things. Taking a look at this graph, his video, he talks about 25% of your money going to your housing. So whether it's your mortgage, your HOA payment, or anything having to do with your housing, you shouldn't spend more than 25% of your income on your housing. Then he has transportation getting 15% of your income. So it's your car payment, your insurance, your gas. Not more than 15% of your money should go into paying for transportation. Next, he has food, medical, and utilities. And all those things, food, whether it's groceries or eating out, whatever you like to do with your food, you shouldn't spend more than 10%. Medical, also you shouldn't spend more than 10%. Utilities, electricity, water, internet, security systems, whatever it is you all have, shouldn't be more than 10% of your income per month. Savings, he says you should save 10% of your monthly income away in the savings account, hopefully a high interest savings account, or investing it into Robinhood or any other app that you like. I know a lot of people don't like Robinhood. Then he goes on to say 5% should go to your personal expenditures, whether it's a gym membership, supplements, stuff like that goes for your personal expenses. And then 5% should go for clothing, 5% should go for entertainment, and 5% of your income should go to miscellaneous. And he says that you can interchange entertainment and miscellaneous 5%. You can take money from one, put it in the other, but he says not to touch any of the other ones, to strictly keep them in their own bucket. Now, I do somewhat follow that instruction on the buckets, but I did my own little changes to them because I'm looking to retire early and have enough of a savings in my account to be able to retire early. And saving 10% of my income is basically not going to be enough to retire when I want to retire. That would be me only saving $450 a month from my paycheck, which averages to $5,400 a year, $108,000 over 20 years. Now, of course, I would invest that. It would probably make about 7% yearly, and it would be probably over $108,000. But $108,000 is not enough to live off of, not the way I want to live. So I did a few changes to his buckets. Now, what my buckets look like is I took off clothing expenditures. I put that to personal, and the reason I did that is because I don't have clothing expenses every month. I honestly, I don't even think I have clothing expenses every year, to be honest. I think I've been wearing the same outfits for about 5 to 10 years, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I took off clothing 5% and I moved that 5% into the personal. And the personal doesn't go up, personal stays at 5%. So I still only have $225 a month to spend on personal. That's including clothing. Now that $225 that I took from clothing, I added that to my savings account. So savings went up. I also took off medical expenses because if there's ever a medical emergency or anything medical that I do need to pay for, I will take that out of my savings. And that's the only reason I would ever touch my savings account. So I did move medical into my savings, and I'm building up my savings, and that's where I'm gonna take out if I ever have any medical expenses. And then I also did take off the miscellaneous 5% and added that to my savings also. So my savings now is at 30%. I'm saving 30% of my monthly income rather than 10%. So now this is basically what my buckets look like. I've created a pie chart with my monthly income, with the changes that I made to the buckets, and this is what it looks like. So I got 30% from my savings. I have 25% going to my housing, 15% for my transportation, 10% of my income goes to food, 10% of my income goes to utilities, 5% of my income goes to personal, and 5% goes to entertainment. Now that doesn't mean I'm going out and spending all that 5% on entertainment, especially now during COVID. During COVID, it's a lot easier. I take that entertainment, I also probably put most of it into my savings. I take that personal because I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing anything right now. So that gym membership was part of my personal. It's also going to my savings right now. That entertainment, going to the movies, going to the arcades, the bowling alley, all that stuff, all that money right now is going into my savings because I'm not going out because of COVID. Like I said, that clothing expenditure also went into my savings. Now my utilities, that's something that you can't really control. Well, you could control it. You could rework deals, change companies and stuff. But right now, I think I have the best deals, and my expenditures is about $320 a month. So utilities, my 10% of my income would be $450. I'm actually only spending $320 a month on utilities. So that also goes into my savings, that extra money. Now those do vary a few, $10 here, $10 there because of the electricity and water. But other than that, it's basically all that extra money that I have from that 450. I do move it to my savings. My transportation is where I do go over. My transportation, my limit should be 15% should be $675. But right now I'm spending $934 on transportation per month. Now, that's because I bought my truck before I was into saving, before I was into finance, personal finance, and retirement early, and the FIRE movement and all that. I bought my truck before then, so I kind of messed up on that part. Transportation I do go over, but that's the only one that I go over. So from that $675 that I should have set aside, the 15%, I'm actually spending $934 a month. My food, I do spend about $450, which is 10% of my income. Mostly on groceries right now, since I can't eat out. We do order out once in a while, but mostly it's groceries, and usually it's less than $450. So whatever I do have left extra from my groceries goes into my savings also. My housing, I'm under from the 25%, which is $1,125 that I should have set aside for housing. I'm only spending $1,084. Extra does go into my savings account. And entertainment right now, like I said, I'm not spending much. So my savings is actually up to $1,350. Basically, I'll show you a screenshot here, a screen recording. So from June 18th to July 27th, I've put in $1,400 in my savings account. Now, that's because, like I said, right now, entertainment is zero. Even transportation is getting lower. My personal is very low because I don't have a gym membership. I'm not buying clothes and all that stuff. My food, I'm not eating out. I'm only buying groceries. So everything's a lot lower, so I'm able to put in a lot more in my savings account. So I put in $1,400 since June 18th into my savings account. That built my Robinhood account up to $30,416, and it's moving because it's still in the day, but that's what it's at right now. And that's due to the fact that I've been able to save so much money. It's not due to the fact that I'm investing in these companies and I'm making a lot of money. And even though I am making money in the companies I'm invested in, it's not what's making the huge difference. What's making the big difference is my ability to save more money and budget my money in these buckets. Now, another thing I like to do, now the money doesn't, that savings account, I get paid and then put $1,400. Now, I know some people like to say, pay yourself before you pay others. I can't put $1,400 a month in my Robinhood account all at once because sometimes expenditures do come up. Maybe the tire will go flat. Maybe I need to fix the air condition. Maybe I need to fix my fridge. An expense will come up where I can't put in that much. So what I do is there's a certain amount I put in at the beginning and there's a certain amount I put in at the end. So basically, I'll put in about half the amount at the beginning of the month. After I get paid, the beginning of the month for me is around the 20th of the month because that's when we get paid. So at around the 20th of the month, I'll put in one half of that amount. And then towards the end of the month where I'm going to get paid again, before I get paid again, I'll see how much I have left over if there was no big expenses. All that money I have left, the day before I get paid, I'll put it into Robinhood account, and then we'll get paid, and then we'll do it all over again. So basically, the tip I'm giving you is yes, pay yourself first, but don't bankrupt yourself first. Always have enough in your checkings account just in case something does go wrong. Okay, so I split my savings into beginning of the month, end of the month, and that's how it's been working for me. Now, I did cut a lot of unnecessary costs, which is another thing I suggest for you all. Cut your unnecessary costs. I talked about it in my last video. The gym membership right now, workout at home. It's not worth the risk going to the gym and getting sick, and then it's not even, you might be well enough to take the COVID, but then you go home to your family members that are older, or your grandparents, your parents, and then you can get them sick. So I would suggest cutting your gym membership for now, staying home, working out at home, and that's going to save you money also. And track your spending, and that's the last thing I'm going to say. Track your spending. It's important to know where your money is going every day. Every time you make a payment, it's important to track your spending, and there's actually apps for that. I've talked about it before. Personal Capital is a great app. It shows you where your money is going exactly, and that's basically what I use to make these charts to see where my money is going. So track your spending, budget, cut off unnecessary expenses, and split your savings into the beginning of the month and the end of the month, and always try to save that money towards the end of the month so you can make sure you have something to put in your savings. Thanks for watching, guys. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. It means a lot to us, guys. We're trying to build this channel up, trying to help you all. So help us, help other people. Share the video. Good to see you all. Talk to you all in the next video, guys.